or the Lucie series?
I'm not leaving CBS, and I have other things to do, and I'd rather you didn't mention 23 years.
Happy Hopper, that little town in Ecuador.
When they made it into a movie, and it was in Hollywood where he met my mother, who was cast to play the ingenue in the movie.
Lucie Arnaz, in a deeply personal dialogue, offered a window into her family dynamics, focusing on her children and the distinctive environment that fame brought to their upbringing. Her 3 vibrant children infused her home with life and laughter. This lively atmosphere was a source of both inspiration and challenge for Lucie, as she navigated the complexities of raising children under the public eye. The spontaneity and innocence of their play served as a constant reminder of the delicate balance she strived to maintain between her public persona and her most cherished role as a mother. A mother's shield. When asked how she managed to raise her children under the intense scrutiny of the media, Lucie explained that she had taken stringent measures to shield them from the public eye during their formative years. She expressed a deep protective instinct, common among mothers, amplified by her family's prominent public image.
I don't know. They weren't warranted, thank God. My kids are fine.
Lucie revealed her concerns about potential threats, similar to what Frank Sinatra Jr. experienced. As her children grew, Lucie pondered their future in the entertainment industry, knowing well the pressures and challenges it entailed. She reflected on the inevitability of her children discovering their grandmother's and parents' fame and possibly aspiring to follow in their footsteps. If her children expressed a desire to enter the industry, Lucie emphasized the importance of pursuing it for the right reasons, not for fame, but for a genuine passion for the craft. Lucie herself entered the acting world not out of a desire for fame, but from a love for the art. She had witnessed firsthand the peaks of stardom within her family, and understood that achieving fame could lead to additional challenges rather than resolving personal issues. Her career choice was driven by passion rather than the allure of fame. Lucie and her partner Larry often reminded themselves to live modestly, resisting the temptations that come with sudden wealth, such as upscale homes and luxury cars, which could lead to financial instability if their careers waned. Lucie shared her plans to focus more on theater work, emphasizing the fulfillment it brings despite its less lucrative nature. She and Larry planned to spend more time on the East Coast, engaging more deeply with the theater scene they adored. The conversation then shifted to her parents, particularly the aftermath of their careers and marriage. Lucie's father, once a key figure behind the comedic success of their shows, struggled significantly after the end of their marriage and subsequent shows. His later years were marked by isolation, excessive drinking, and financial decline, overshadowing his contributions to comedy. Despite his innovative mind and significant role in television comedy, he did not receive the recognition he deserved, a point of sadness for Lucie. Lucie also acknowledged her comedic inheritance from her father. At the age of 7, Lucie Arnaz felt a deeper emotional bond with her father, despite the family dynamics that often portrayed him in a less favorable light. She recalled being subtly steered towards her mother's perspective, who was often viewed as the more stable parent, managing their public and private lives with a firm hand. However, Lucie's innate connection with her father was undeniable, marked by a shared sensitivity and understanding, traits that her mother perhaps lacked in her practical approach to life. Lucie described her father as a misunderstood soul, often depicted as someone struggling to maintain control of his life. This portrayal influenced her own fears of adopting his traits or ending up facing similar struggles. Lucie acknowledged that her mother's love was genuine, but perhaps delivered in a manner that was not always emotionally accessible. It was a structured, sometimes rigid form of affection, shaped undoubtedly by her own upbringing and the expectations placed upon her as a woman in charge of a significant enterprise.
But she was a working mom, And when she was home, she was very business-like about running her house.
These dynamics deeply influenced Lucie's views on parenting and personal growth. She was determined to break the cycle of emotional distance and control that she experienced as a child. With her own children, she aimed to foster an environment where open communication and understanding were paramount, hoping to equip them with the emotional tools needed to navigate life more smoothly than she had. Parenthood, she found, was the most crucial role she would ever play, far surpassing her accomplishments in her career or personal life. This realization sparked a profound desire to provide her children with a nurturing and supportive environment, one that contrasted sharply with her own upbringing. As her children grew, Lucie faced questions about handling broader societal issues, such as the impact of substance abuse, which had touched her family in deeply personal ways. Her brother had struggled with addiction, a path that echoed their father's challenges with alcohol. In terms of romantic relationships, Lucie reflected on her pattern of seeking out passion, a trait she identified as inherited from her father. His romantic nature and charismatic personality had left a lasting impact on her, influencing her expectations and behaviors in relationships. However, she recognized the pitfalls of chasing romance as a solution to deeper issues, learning over time that stability and mutual respect were the foundations of lasting partnerships. Throughout the conversation, Lucie expressed a deep-seated commitment to evolving both as a parent and as an individual. She acknowledged the complexities of her family dynamics, the influences of her parents, and her own growth through challenges. When TV fame meets family life. Lucie Arnaz grew up in a household buzzing with the demands of showbiz, her early years unfolding to the backdrop of her parents' groundbreaking TV show, I Love Lucie. Born just 6 weeks before the show first aired, Lucie's infancy and childhood were framed by the relentless schedules of her mother and father.
They weren't home a lot, I would say, probably, very late at night and weekends, and then we were fortunate to have some hiatus times, weekends off.
This rare pairing on screen mirrored their real-life roles as partners in both family and business. In the 1950s, it was unusual for mothers to work outside the home, and Lucie's mother, as a leading actress on a popular show, was a trailblazer. Despite her groundbreaking role, she carried the weight of societal expectations about motherhood. This brought about a sense of guilt, as she couldn't always be present for her children in the traditional way. Lucie remembered her mother being home late at night, and on weekends, their only real family time squeezed into hiatuses from filming, and summers spent at their Del Mar home. At home, her mother was nothing like the zany, unpredictable character she played on television. Instead, she was methodical and focused, managing her household with the precision of a CEO. Lucie's friends, influenced by the on-screen persona, often expected to find a whirlwind of comedic antics at her house. Instead, they saw a woman who was deeply concerned with the well-being of her family, always planning and preparing, trying to make up for lost time. Her mother embarked on her journey into show business at a tender age, leaving her hometown of Jamestown, New York, for the bustling city lights of New York City. Her early attempts at an acting career were discouraging. She faced blunt rejections and was even advised to give up. Despite these setbacks, she returned to Jamestown, where she continued to engage in local theater, unwilling to let go of her dreams. Her persistence paid off when her mother, recognizing her unyielding passion, decided to support her once more, funding her return to New York City. There, she transitioned into modeling, working for prestigious names like Hattie Carnegie. This modeling career served as a stepping stone, leading to a significant break when she was chosen to replace an actress unable to go to Hollywood. This opportunity catapulted her into the film industry, landing her a role with the Goldwyn Girls in the movie Roman Scandals alongside Eddie Cantor. Remarkably, after this break, she was virtually never out of work for the rest of her career, a testament to her talent and determination. Lucie's father's story contrasts starkly with her mother's. Born in Santiago, Cuba, in 1917, into a family well entrenched in the local elite, his father was the mayor and his uncle the chief of police, while his relatives founded the Bacardi Rum Company. However, his comfortable life was upended by the Batista Revolution, which led to the family losing everything: their home, their wealth, and even their personal possessions. The family was forced to flee to Miami with nothing but the clothes on their backs. In Miami, life was harsh. Lucie's father and grandfather lived in a warehouse, where her father resorted to killing rats with a bat to keep their makeshift home livable. He eventually got a break playing in a small band, which led to being discovered by Xavier Cugat and later forming his own band in Miami. It was here that he introduced the conga dance to the United States, a move that brought him fame and set the stage for his successful musical career. Lucie reflects on how she embodies the traits of both her parents. From her mother, she inherited a sense of responsibility and meticulousness, evident in her organized, list-driven approach to life. From her father, she adopted a zest for life and a sense of humor, alongside a deep appreciation for music. Her father's practical advice on business and life, like the wisdom of hiring capable people and letting them work freely, has greatly influenced her professional and personal decisions. Together, her parents' histories weave a rich tapestry of resilience, adaptability, and the pursuit of passion against all odds. Lucie sees herself as a blend of her mother's steadfastness and her father's vivacious spirit, carrying forward their legacies through her own life and career. This mix has not only shaped her as an individual, but also guides her in navigating the complexities of life with grace and humor. Bright lights, big dreams. Lucie Arnaz grew up in the vibrant world of show business, a realm where the spotlight shines brightly, but often not on everyone equally. She learned early that the distance between the camera and the actor could be narrow, focusing more on subtle expressions rather than grand gestures. This contrasted sharply with theater, where everything must be larger than life to reach the audience, even those at the very back of a massive 8,000-seat amphitheater like Jones Beach, where she performed in Annie Get Your Gun. Lucie recalled the comical emphasis on makeup in theater, recounting a memory from her days in summer stock at the John Kenley Theater. Here, makeup, like exaggerated eyelashes, was part of the transformation process. She learned from these experiences that connecting with an audience was more about feeling the role deeply and projecting that emotion outward rather than just visual enhancements. When discussing different performing arts venues, Lucie highlighted the distinct demands of small theaters versus large outdoor stages, sitcoms, and film sets. Each required a unique approach to how one acted, moved, and interacted with the space and the audience. In film, the close-ups capture every nuanced thought, while in sitcoms, the broader, more dynamic expressions play well to convey humor and emotion across various scenes. Beyond the technical aspects of her craft, Lucie also touched on the harsh realities of the entertainment industry, especially for newcomers. She pointed out the dramatic changes over the years, like the decline in traditional roles due to the rise of reality TV, which costs less to produce and blurs the lines between genuine acting and celebrity status. Her tone grew earnest as she discussed the challenges of constant rejection, the scarcity of roles, and the misconception that fame could resolve personal issues or provide lasting happiness. Lucie's advice to aspiring actors was blunt. The industry is tough, and success requires a thick skin and persistence. She shared anecdotes about her early days, the unpredictability of work, and the importance of passion for the craft over the allure of fame. She emphasized the necessity of mastering one's skills, as the competition is fierce, and every audition could be the break one needs or another missed opportunity. Throughout her discussion, Lucie wove in lessons about resilience, adaptability, and the importance of having a solid backup plan. She advocated for maintaining a day job and nurturing a spiritual or philosophical grounding to stay balanced amid the industry's ups and downs. Lucie envisioned her legacy in simple, heartfelt terms. She hoped to be remembered kindly, with a smile, reflecting her enduring optimism and love for the performing arts despite the challenges. Behind the glamour, Lucie Arnaz reflected on her life growing up alongside her brother, Desi Arnaz Jr., amidst the glamour of Beverly Hills, tracing the contours of a childhood marked by the presence of influential personalities and a tapestry of familial bonds stretched across a backdrop of Hollywood's golden age. At 7, the unfolding of her parents' divorce shaped her early memories, with her brother Desi, just 2 years her junior. These formative years were influenced profoundly by their mother, Lucille Ball, and her second husband, Gary Morton, who brought stability and a new circle of friends into their lives. Lucille, renowned for her charisma and talent, surrounded herself with a cadre of industrious actors who became staples in their household. Figures like Mary Wicks and Carol Cook were frequent visitors, imbuing Lucie's upbringing with an artistic flair. Particularly memorable was Eba Sedgwick, widow of the esteemed director Ed Sedgwick, who had mentored Lucille. Eba's constant presence at family gatherings like Thanksgiving and Christmas almost made her seem like a kin, as she was deeply integrated into the family's life until her passing. As Lucie and Desi carved out their paths, their mother began to mentor other young couples, such as Ross Martin and Sid and Vonda Golden, relatives of Gary. Their home, while not a regular assembly for the biggest stars, did see its share of magnificent gatherings. Lucie vividly remembered sneaking down to eavesdrop on parties where icons like Jan Murray, Don Rickles, Milton Berle, and Bob Hope exchanged quips, their laughter echoing through the corridors. Despite these brushes with fame, Lucie emphasized the personal traits that she shared with her brother. Both inherited a deep passion for acting and the entertainment industry. Their connection extended beyond professional pursuits. They both cherished their Mexican heritage, often visiting Baja in a house their father built. This shared sanctuary reflected their familial closeness, a testament to their father's legacy. Desi's early life was particularly colorful, marked by his involvement in the band Dino, Desi, and Billy, alongside Dean Martin Jr. and Billy Hinchy. Their hit song, I'm a Fool, catapulted them to teenage stardom, an experience filled with exhilarating performances and adoring fans. Akin to the frenzy surrounding the Beatles. This whirlwind lifestyle, according to Lucie, was something Desi was fortunate to navigate successfully. Their childhood home on Roxbury Drive in Beverly Hills was a hub of normalcy, in contrast to the glitzy surroundings. The street was home to other luminaries like Hal March, Jimmy Stewart, and Jack Benny, but also to non-celebrities, which kept their neighborhood grounded. Lucie reminisced about the simpler times when they would engage in quintessential childhood activities like selling lemonade or homemade crafts right outside their home. Interestingly, she joked about pioneering the concept of an online marketplace, a nod to her innovative spirit even in youth. This tapestry of memories paints a picture of a childhood that was at once ordinary and extraordinary, steeped in the culture of Hollywood, yet anchored by the strong, nurturing relationships that defined Lucie and Desi's early experiences. Their story is a vivid chronicle of navigating a world filled with compelling figures and personal trials.